I'm sipping the juice on the Raiders making the playoffs. Hear me out. It sounds crazy. Raider Nation is going to go insane.
I love it, though.
They don't have a quarterback. Gardner Minshew is an upgrade over Aiden O'Connell. I'm sorry, he just is. He won 9 games on the Colts last year. The Colts had issues. They had injuries. He still won 9 games. Shane Steichen was a big part of that. But I don't even think they need a quarterback. Zamir White was excellent the last 6 weeks. He's going to be a top 10 running back in football this year. I truly believe. That's why they let Jacobs walk. Because Jacobs had such a big load pause on him for like 3 years. And then all of a sudden, the Packers picked him up. Bro, like Marshawn Lloyd's going to be the Packers running back by like week 10. I truly believe that. Yeah, I mean, Jacobs going to get hurt. He had dude, they ran him like, what was it, 400 times a few years ago? He hasn't been the same since. You can't do that to running backs. Unless you're Derrick Henry. He does it every year.
Minshew?
I like him enough. Now the defense, Max Crosby. I think Tyree Wilson's gonna be good. Like people hate on him. He's a rookie. He's 6'6", 270. And now he has Wilkins next to him, which was the best signing of the offseason, by the way, was Wilkins, in my opinion. Max Crosby, Wilkins, Wilson on that line. You got Jack Jones. You got other guys in the secondary. You got Antonio Pierce, who, by the way, is coaching a great defense.
Yeah,
I don't even think they need to put up many points. Like, honestly, they can win games 14-10. Like, they're good. They always beat the Chiefs once out of 2. They always do. So that's half of what you need, and they're going to sweep the Chargers probably, at least win 1 out of 2. Definitely sweep the Broncos.
And the rest of the schedule. The Chargers?
I don't think the Chargers are any good.
Oh wow, that's actually. So
how is that a hot take? They have no weapons. Who's their wide receivers?
I like the Chargers.
You're crazy, bro.
Yeah, I am.
No, that's fucking
cuckoo.
That is insane. That is insane that you like the Chargers. Insane. Bro.
Okay.
Khalil Mack is the only guy that can stay healthy on defense.
Great.
Everyone else is in the infirmary by week 3.
I love Jim Harbaugh.
So do I. It's not going to happen in year 1.
I'm not saying they're going to be a contender. I'm just saying they're going to be.
Are they going to win 8 games? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's top 10 pick.
So what are the Raiders going to win?
10.
10 games the Raiders
will win 10 games.
I wish it would happen. I love Vegas and I love the Raiders.
They're going to be the sleeper team. There's always a team that no one talks about that wins 10 games, and it's going to be the Raiders this year. I said the Colts are going to win 12 because people think they're going to win 10. People think the Raiders win 6 and the Chargers are going to be better. It's going to be flip-flop. The Chargers win like 7 games.
Okay.
Broncos will win. That'll be a competitive division. I think the Broncos win 5 or 6, 7.
Okay.
And I think Bo Nix is better than people think. I'm a Bo Nix supporter.
So how many?
This guy hates Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix is good.
So the Raiders, you're in on Minshew too? Because I like Minshew. I think he's a good like stopgap quarterback where it's like he's kind of like 1-year bridge or a 2-year bridge. So like I don't know what their plan is at quarterback because he can't really. He's not amazing, but he's not bad.
You got applause for saying the Raiders are in the playoffs. He's not. He manages games. I think.
Right.
I still think if they had Jimmy Garoppolo, they could still make the playoffs.
I do too.
I don't know why they ever played
in his first year.
Yeah, but I think he's better than Aiden O'Connell. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, me too.
I don't know why they started playing Aiden O'Connell. I know they were winning, but they ran the ball like 60 times a game.
Yeah.
He can't
But they
pass.
will again, I feel like, because Antonio Pierce loves to do that.
And that's fine. Then Gardner Minshew's perfect because Gardner Minshew's smart as shit.
My concern is the division, and not really the division, but like the AFC in general, because the AFC is kind of stacked. So like getting a playoff spot is going to be really tough because you have the AFC North. Everybody from the AFC North could be like in a playoff spot.
Yeah, but I think the Steelers and Browns each get like 9 wins. The Raiders get 10 and make the playoffs.
Okay.
I think one of those Browns.
I think they'll get 8 to 9 wins. I like the Raiders, but I just
didn't they win 9 last year?
8. The Raiders, no.
7.
They won 8.
That's pretty good year.
Yeah.
I think they'll be better, dude. Like I really think they got moxie. They love their coach. That they play for each other. Like that's important.
Yeah,
like that matters. The last year they hated whatever his name was. The
mentality and the philosophy is a big part of things.
Yeah.
Especially with the Raiders. Like the Raiders are always about grit. They're always about mentality. They're always about toughness. That's what they've been ever since the 70s.
You want to hear a hot take though about the AFC?
Yeah, I do.
Raiders make the playoffs.
Okay.
Obviously, 2 AFC South teams make the playoffs.
Ooh, who are those going to? Oh, Jaguars, Colts?
No, Colts, Texans.
Okay.
And I think the Jaguars have a chance to make the playoffs over the Browns and Steelers.
Oh, wow.
I think the Bengals
over the Browns.
I think the Bengals are a lock for the playoffs if Joe Burrow stays healthy.
But that's the thing. See how many teams we're talking about for the AFC, and then the Raiders are kind of like at the back of the pack there.
And people think but the team that I think people think is really good that's not going to be good is the Eagles, but that's in the NFC.
That's the NFC. We're talking about the Raiders, right?
I know we're talking about the AFC. The AFC is difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult.
But the Chiefs will win 11 games. They're not winning more than 11. The Chiefs are not. They're not a good regular season team
anymore.
They're just
going to sneak in and then just go on a run.
Rasheed's not even going to play till like week 6. Probably.
They always find somebody to replace. Like they just lost Tyreek Hill and then won the Super Bowl the next year. It's like they just find
That's crazy.
people.
That's why I don't pay wide receivers.
So yeah, sure.
pay wide receivers.
You pay wide receivers. You don't pay running backs. You don't pay.
Not two. You don't pay 2 wide receivers. That's why the Niners gotta let Ayuk walk. You don't pay I said dose. You don't pay dose wide receivers. You don't pay dose wide receivers.
Speaking Spanish out here.
Honestly, I'm fine. I'm fine with the Niners paying Ayuk if they let Purdy walk. Like Purdy's replaceable.
Sure, but let's not talk about the Niners. The Raiders. I still like the receiving core a little bit, like Devontae Adams. That's about it. No, I'm just kidding.
Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers is a stud.
Jacoby Myers is a stud.
And
And they got Brock Bowers. So I like their receiving kind of core.
Bowers is a good pick. Who was their second-round pick?
This year?
Yeah. They had somebody good they drafted. They had Bowers first round. It's somebody.
I wish they would have got Michael Penix. That's like, oh my God.
If the Raiders got Michael Penix, 11-12 wins.
They would have been legit.
Powers.
No, that's round 1.
Raiders?
I'm talking about round 2. Bowers. Oh, Jackson Powers Johnson.
Jackson Powers Johnson.
That guy's elite. He's a great interior lineman. Yeah. I wanted the Niners to get him. He's good. But I'm glad the Niners got Pearsall because of.
Well, we're not talking about the Niners. Again, we're not talking about them. We're talking about the Raiders.
Let's talk about the Rams.
Stay on topic. No, I don't want to talk about the Rams. We're talking about the Raiders. So I think the Raiders, it's just too stacked of an AFC for them to get into the playoffs. But I think they'll be better than or maybe comparable to they were last year.
There's always a sleeper team. Last year was the Texans.
Sure.
Everyone thought the Texans. What was their over/under like wins? 5 games.
So do you think the Colts are a sleeper team, or are they just like solidified?
They're just a contender.
Okay, a contender.
Yeah, they could go to the Super Bowl.
Oh wow, I don't know about all
What's
that.
the difference? Okay, you tell me the difference. Shane Steichen.
Okay.
He led the Eagles to the Super Bowl.
Sure,
Jalen
sure.
Hurts.
I like Shane's. I'm not saying they're going to be bad.